This past May, a peaceful Sunday night was interrupted by a seemingly endless burst of gunfire here at Midtown Center. 2 people were injured during the shooting. After the shots rang out, it left behind a pile of evidence, allowing police to connect this event to other gun crimes in the city. Police say 314 bullet casings were recovered from the scene. 51 separate firearms were used in the shooting. The Nibin team was able to connect 17 bullet casings from this shooting to other shootings across the city. Every gun leaves a distinct mark on a casing. Kind of like a fingerprint. When a spent shell casing or a gun is recovered by police, technicians at the Milwaukee Fusion Division enter that information into a database called Nibin, or the National Integrated Ballistics Information Network.
If something were to happen in Chicago, would you guys be able to communicate with them to say, well, we had an incident here as well?
Yes, absolutely. This is a nationwide database.
Sergeant Steve Stelter is in charge of the Nibin team.
We can link, a specific group of individuals or a specific person to multiple crimes with this technology.
If they find a casing or a gun linked to another shooting, it can give them a lead to catch the culprit, like they're currently doing with the 17 matches they found at Midtown.
Fired 300 shots in a residential neighborhood, had an impact on adults, on children, and individuals even suffering from PTSD.
Reggie Moore, the director of violence prevention policy at the Medical College of Wisconsin, says the shooting at Midtown will likely have far-reaching effects.
I think it's important for people to appreciate that it's not just the impact of a shooting, but even shots fired. There's been research done to show that even a child hearing gunshots has an impact on their school performance.
To help catch those committing gun crimes, Sergeant Stelter says his team of 8 technicians work round the clock. For those 314 casings found at Midtown, that amounts to about 19 and a half days of work, 24 hours a day. But long hours can lead to big payoffs. Last November, after an altercation with a tow truck driver near the city's tow lot, a man fired off 10 .45 caliber rounds. A month later, a day before Christmas Eve, shots were fired at the Serenity Funeral Home. A 17-year-old was shot and injured. 7 .45 caliber casings were collected at that scene. Police were unable to make an arrest until a Racine County Sheriff's deputy pulled over Broderick Somerville and collected the .45 caliber Glock pistol they say he was illegally carrying.
They contacted us, brought the firearm to us, we did a test fire on it, and that firearm was linked to the 2 previous incidents.
Somerville now faces several felony charges.
These are test fires from crime guns that were recovered, like the ones you see on the table.
So far in 2021, the Nibin team processed more than 5,000 casings, either collected from crime scenes or test fired using guns they took off the street. It's led to an increased demand for the Milwaukee team, who also processes guns and casings from other law enforcement agencies.
We want to help all of our partners. We take their firearms and scene casings on a case-by-case basis. We are the only machine right now that I'm aware of in the state of Wisconsin.
Sergeant Stelter tells me the Milwaukee Police Department is working on getting another Nibin system to help with the increased workload. Reporting for the I-Team in Milwaukee, I'm Sean Gallagher.